Hi, folks, and welcome to this highly competitive matchup. It's the Oregon Ducks against the Ohio State Buckeyes. Relay Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, along with Joel Platt. Holly on the sidelines, and she has a weather report.
I can tell you on the field, we could not ask for better conditions this late in the season. It is a gorgeous day for college football here in this bowl game. I'm expecting both offenses to open it up and air it out. Perfect conditions. The field is in great shape. I'll keep you posted on just how things develop here on the field. Thanks, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. We'll see how the weather affects this game. The Ducks will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Oh, he's got some space here. Turns on the speed. Still going. It's a foot race. Yes, all the way to the house. Touchdown.
You can't start a game better than that. Just an incredible return right there. And obviously a breakdown from the kickoff team. But once this guy gets a seam, and we've seen this, and this coach told us, if he gets an opportunity, he trusts this return man, and sure enough, right off the rip, he takes it back for 6.
And now here comes the point after attempt. BAT is good. They jump in front 7-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hill. Heckle made it to 29, so he picks it about 4 yards by bringing it out of the end zone. To throw. It's Moore. Highly digs the ground. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down.
A big completion like that early in the game is huge for the quarterback's confidence. Now you feel like you can do that over and over and over again. This play caller needs to start putting the ball in his hands now. You build the momentum through a completion like that. You got to utilize it. Go back to that well.
So just one play, and they're just shy of midfield now. In the backfield, it's Moore. Offense in a good spot here on 2nd and 4, 6-yard completion. On the run, it's Davis here. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
I'm a big fan of this back. You can tell he understands the game. He understands situations. You can see he knows where he needs to get, and he's able to get the line to gain, move the chains for a first down.
And then first down, right back to the running game. He's got a crease. They bring him down at the 4, gaining first down yardage, so the 22.
Chris, this can be the hardest thing for an offensive play caller, but it really should be the easiest. Stay patient and keep taking what they give you. That's back-to-back runs for first downs. Until they prove they can stop that running game, continue to pound the rock.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. The Ducks are going to cash in here in the red zone. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Gets down to avoid the big hit.
Such a value add in the quarterback position when your guy can just scramble and move the chains. That is such a help to these drives. You can stay on the field. And again, if you can do that 2, 3, 4 times a game, you are doing a great job as a quarterback.
Looking to throw. It's Moore. He's got it right near the end zone. Brought down, but the catch moves the ball all the way down to the 1.
Yeah, I love the timing here in this out route. Chris, this ball's got to be thrown before the wide receiver breaks. The quarterback understands that, and that's what he sees. It's also imperative that he knows that he's got off coverage from that corner. That corner needs to have what's called deep responsibility. If he does, it's considered free access. And all you need to do is throw that ball on time, which he does for the completion. This D-line is just winning the line of scrimmage, and this battle up front, they're being more physical and more aggressive, and the quarterback doesn't have really any chance to gain positive yards. You can tell he's fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage from the get-go.
And he's not going to get there short of the first down. It's up 4.
We sit here every week, Chris, and you know that I'm aggressive, but here we are early in this ball game, and you've got an opportunity to put the ball in the end zone. You're inside the 3-yard line. I think this is a go for it, even if you don't get the ball in the end zone. What's the worst that's going to happen? They've got first down inside their own 3. Your defense is set up to try to change field position. I don't think that the risk is ultimately too high. I think this is a go for it. Well, this is the risk you run. You're going to be this aggressive on the opening series of the game, and they don't get it. And now the momentum is clearly on the other side. What a great job by that defense. And now we're on the offense going on the reel. I want to be aggressive right away in this sudden change environment. Why not take a shot? In the first couple of plays, I think they put the ball in the air.
He's got space. Here he goes. Pass midfield. Inside the 40. Inside the 20. Past the 10. All the way to the end zone. On a run. Touchdown, Ohio State.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered in this situation. Tight ball game, and they drive the length of the field. Great execution from everyone on the offensive side to go all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
Extra point try coming now. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Bringing it out. It's Hill. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Back to pass. It's Moore. Quick throw over the middle. He's got it in open. Finally, they make the tackle, but this defense reeling after a huge explosive play. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a few more plays before the quarter expires. First down. Looking to throw the football. Bringing pressure. And left with no option. This time. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And this pass is caught. Sees an opening. We're finally able to bring it down. It's a big momentum play to wrap up the first quarter. Ohio State is on top here, Joel. Solid performance so far, creating some separation. Here's the first quarter stats. Crucial stage of the game as we begin the second quarter. Is this one going to get out of hand? Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Catch made on the right side. And they make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 6. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry up. Here's the handoff on first and goal. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
As the field condenses in the red zone, it becomes so difficult to run the football, and I think it becomes even more difficult to do it defense in conflict, and if you're not able to do that, then you need extra blockers. You need the tight end, you need the fullback, and you need to get downhill. You can't really do that out of the shotgun.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Well, finally, this defense is able to present some pressure on the quarterback. This quarterback has been so good all day long. He's been beating them up from the pocket, and they have not been able to get pressure on him. Now they finally get somebody near him, contact him as he throws, and lo and behold, what is it? An incompletion.
And tackled there by the defense. They need less than a yard for a first down. They'll go for it on fourth. Looking downfield, it's Moore. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. Caught in the end zone. They've thrown for the score.
What a drive from this offense. Great execution the entire length of the field. You run out there with that poor field position. You're just trying to reestablish yourself, get a couple of first downs, and they're able to go all the way down and get a score. That's incredible stuff.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Defense moving receivers around now before the snap. It's a nice tackle there by the senior.
When you study this offense, this is a staple that they run in order to control the edge of the defense. So as a defense, you've got to have a plan against that. These defensive ends or maybe outside linebackers, they've got to be up the field and create a hard edge to keep these little...
Makes the catch and has space. Breaking free, end zone ahead. He's look out, off and running. At the 10 now. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Breaks away to the end zone.
What I love about this throw is that it is on time. And when you're on time, you can complete the ball in tight windows. You can allow for yards after the catch, all of it. And here, they're able to get the completion for the touchdown. Beautiful job by this quarterback.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hill. And if he tackled right at the 20, that's a good job of the coverage team. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Looking to pass. It's Moore. Looking right. This one caught. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Ducks come to the line to run the three.
It is such an advantage for an offense to have a running back that can get on the outside and catch the football, in particular when a defense wants to run man coverage. You can see this is a mismatch here. He's faster than the linebacker, and he gets the ball and gets a nice gain down the field. That's a good find by this quarterback to move the chains and create another first down. And now you got to keep this momentum going. Take this ball.
And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. Crosses the touchdown, Oregon. He wins the foot race to the end zone.
Chris, this is a really good answer from this offense here heading into halftime. They needed to cut this deficit, and they were able to do so. And now this looks like a very different game entering the second half. With this team getting the ball to start the third quarter, now's their opportunity to go out there and really put the pedal to the metal.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down to the 16. He'll be better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. And he's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a first.
Chris, I think they need to change the look up here defensively on first down. With two safeties back, it's just too easy to gain yards on the ground. They're giving them a free 4, 5, 6 yards every single time. That's keeping them out of passive situations, and you can't get your pass rush going. They need to adjust.
Caught near the sideline. It's Johnson. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain. So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Quick throw to the left side. Oh, he makes the catch. Makes the first down. The crazy place. Big hit there at the end. Buckeyes up to the line. Set a first set of downs.
Well, this is why first and second down success is so critical. You give yourself a third and short, and now you can throw it or run it. And a lot of us thought they were going to run it here, but you can still put this ball in the air, and the quarterback is able to get a nice completion, and they're able to move the chains.
Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. So the ball at midfield, and now the offense facing a third and long. Scanning the field, it's Sand. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's caught for a huge pickup inside the 30 now.
No mystery who they're looking to on third down. You find your best wide receiver, you love the matchup, and you go to finds an easy pitch and catch and an easy first down.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. Come to the line again. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's really solid defense, being gap sound here in their defensive front seven. And they're doing a great job against this run game. They knew that that was going to be a point of emphasis here today. They wanted to stop the run first, and they're doing that.
They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to go. A 2-yard loss.
I think the mark of a great defense is not just a defense that can get off the field and create stops, but it's also a defense that builds into those stops. For me, it's negative yardage plays. When you can go out there and create a loss, a tackle for loss, now you're really doing something. They're able to do that right here.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking for the wide out. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. And he goes down right there. That's more than enough for a first down. And a timeout now by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They have 2 more to work with before halftime. This offense has been hard to stop here in the first half. Can they punch it in and build the lead before the break? They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Tackle made with the gain. Moves the ball to the 8.
This offense is able to gain yards, run the football near the goal line. That is tough to do, and it sets you up for a little play action here. This defense has got to account for this run game because they're gaining positive yardage. Do you go play action? Maybe even get the quarterback on the outside.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings him third down. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. On third and go, he's going to try to throw for it. Oh, the pocket collapsing. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Oh, I love the savvy from this quarterback as he breaks contain on this scramble. He sees that it's zone coverage. When you see zone coverage as a quarterback, you keep your eyes down the field. If you're a threat as a passer, that defense has got to stay deep. And once they stay deep, it opens up the ability for him to run it himself, and he does so for a touchdown.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. This will likely be the last play of the half. Back to pass. It's Moore. Grab down the middle. It's Hill. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. The Buckeyes will kick this away to start the second half. Bringing it out. It's Hill. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. On the move. Can he make it? They finally get him down, but not before a huge return. Almost took it to the house.
the third quarter and try to cut into that deficit. And this is a very different feel now with the defense coming on the field. You get a stop, get the ball back for an offense that's created some momentum.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to move it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back. Oh, he fumbles. The defense has got it. Breaking into the clear. Touchdown, Oregon. A huge defensive score.
And that is the spark that they desperately needed. Down in this ball game, this offense hasn't done a ton. Defense had to step up, and they do. They're able to not only get the ball back, but they put it in the end zone and close this deficit. What a massive play for this group.
Return starts from inside the 5. He's tackled at the 21. That's for the drive start. Okay, so here comes the offense back on the field again. Using his legs, it's Jackson. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Oh, they're having some real issues here with ball security. This running back already fumbled, and now he puts it on the ground again. They are so fortunate. Look at the bounce right back to him. He's able to recover, but I think that they need to make a switch. You cannot have it.
It's caught, and he's got a lead. What a catch and run by the junior. The Buckeyes also to the line to run a hurry up.
This is great recognition by the quarterback. He sees that soft spot in the defense for his slot wide receiver, and then as a wide receiver, you've got to have a feel for that coverage and that space. They're on the same page, and it creates a nice completion there for the offense.
Buckeyes are first and 10 here.
Chris, I think the best way to defend these drag routes is getting some contact early in this route. You've got to jam this wide receiver, in particular with his original alignment. If he gets a clean release, you're probably going to get that ball completed as an offense. So jam the wide receiver at the line of scrimmage, play some tight man, and force him to really work with that release.
So second and 10 here as they try to stay out of third and long here in this tie game in the third quarter. To throw, it's Sayin. Fires it to the wideout. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
This is one of the advantages of playing zone defense is that the eyes of the defender are all over the quarterback. So even though it looks like a completion, he's able to break on the football and create contact to knock it loose.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Finds his man. It's Smith. They bring him down, but this offense now in scoring position. First down from the 30. No huddle now for the offense.
Well, we knew these third downs were going to be a big part of this game. That's a good play call right there, and good execution.
The ball is loose. The offense makes a recovery and takes off. They bring him down, but a heads-up play to scoop up the fumble and make first down yardage. The Buckeyes are in the red zone. They'll try the ground game here. And he steps out of bounds with a solid gain there on the ground.
Well, that's as easy as it gets for an offense. Just handing the football off. The offensive line doing some work. They have done a great job today running the football. Here on first down, you move the chains. You just continue to get that ball moving down the field.
The Buckeyes come to the line with first and goal. Out of the shotgun, they'll hand it off. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage. Second down and goal upcoming. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
Just not quite on the same page. There are some days you get to the park and it's just not working, and this is just an incompletion that I can't explain.
Defense looking for a stop on third and goal. Keeps it on the draw. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The offense takes the lead here in the second half. So they can go after. PAT puts them in front by 7. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hill. He's tackled just short of the 25. There's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. Back to throw. It's Moore. Moves out of the pocket. And he just throws it away. Second down after the incompletion. And push him back 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So the mental error there backs him up 5 yards, makes it second down and long. Some confusion on the snap count. A false start cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. That's a shaky way to start the series. A false start backs him up, makes this second and long. From the gun, he looks for an open man. He escapes the pocket. Turns it loose downfield. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Comes down to rhythm, Chris, and right now it just doesn't feel like the quarterback is in rhythm. Listen, it's there. They can complete this ball, but again, just not on the same page.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. He'll take a deep shot here. He makes the grab. The quarterback features the wide receivers with one of the few bright spots for this offense today. So can he make a play to make up this deficit?
Well, I think he might have to, Chris, because as you suggested, there just isn't much going right for this offense at this point, other than the matchup you've got on the outside. He's creating space. He's been reliable with his hands. That's where you can move the football. You might as well sit right there because that's what's working. But there you go. That's a nice completion by this quarterback, and he's able to move the chains here on this series. This quarterback just needs to continue to do this, find the open man, and hit him with the accurate pass.
To the air, it's Moore. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Physical defending, that one falls incomplete, brings up second down.
This group is just not on the same page right now. The timing, something about this offense seems off, and clearly the quarterback is feeling that.
Tight end goes in motion before the snap. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. He shreds the tackle. I thought harder, broke the tackle, but brought down short of the sticks. The Ducks will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Out of the gun now on third down. Looking to scramble. Escapes the pocket. He goes out of bounds, spotted right near the 25.
Chris, our conversation with this defensive group was all about being physical, and they told us that when the quarterback runs, they have to contact him. Well, they're allowing him to just run out of bounds right here. This is clearly not part of the game plan. They need to be more physical when this guy leaves the pocket.
Ohio State is on top here, Joel. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game sets before we move on. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They open the fourth by going to the air. On the move now. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away. Incompletion sets up a second down. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. Open 2 for 2 on third down to strike, but they'll need 10 yards here. Moves out of the pocket. Using his legs on the scramble. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Ducks. The quarterback takes it in himself. The Ducks with an answer. Here comes the point after attempt. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. Kickoff team out there. They're fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the power of the Buckeye offense back onto the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Move right down the field for a touchdown. Going absolutely nowhere after a loss of the play. Running play goes backwards, makes it second down and 12 now.
Chris, as an offense, you've got to have better success on first down. Now it's an obvious passing situation. I've always felt you want to throw the ball when you want to versus throw the ball when you have to. This is a have-to situation, which means that pass rush is going to get going. Well, he's got to put that one behind him and now move forward for this third down. This is really the most important snap thus far of the game. And as a quarterback, you've got to go out there and really execute. So remember, it's about feet, it's about timing, it's about accuracy. All those three together.
Now when he can't quite hold on, a great chance for their first interception here today. It's going to bring up fourth down. Dropping back, it's Sayan. The pocket breaking down, but it's incomplete. A fourth down stop. Turnover on downs. The coach's choice to go for it does not pan out.
You know, these fourth down situations, it usually comes down to execution. And right there, defense is executing, offense is not. Unable to connect. It's incomplete and going the other direction.
He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Now this defense is in a perfect situation. You're creating an obvious passing situation for the offense, and you can get these pass rushers going. Get them out on the edge, let them get out on the quarterback, and create havoc in the backfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Give it to the back again. He's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
These are the type of run plays that can build into future success. I know it doesn't look like much, right? It's second down, you move the chains, that's all great. But that's the exact type of run that you can play off of later in the game. Get to play action pass and get those safeties down near the line of scrimmage.
In the red area, it's Price. Nowhere to run. And the clock has stopped here as we reach the final 2 minutes of play. Ducks will signal for their first timeout. They'll still have 2 available as we approach the end of this game. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Looking to throw. It's Moore. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Bring it down short of the goal line, but it's first and goal from the 2. Formation by the back. Defense better adjust. And now Oregon will spend their second timeout. And they spend a timeout now after gaining the first down. They'll come up in Wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. And it's a direct snap. No, they stop when short of the goal line. Second and goal. And a timeout now by the Buckeyes. That's their first. The decision to make. What are they going to do on this second down? They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Touchdown, Oregon. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Chris, I'm just so impressed with their execution. To clutch up like that, they had to have it, and they punched it in the end zone. You know, when you play your best, when your best is needed, they just did that right there. That's a great drive.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Tries to get it to the running back. Ball comes out. Defense makes the recovery and turnover.
My concern would be the confidence of my starting running back here. First carry of the game, he puts it on the ground. They are not going to win this game unless he is in this and productive. So I've got to go right up to him if I'm the quarterback and tell him, hey, man, shake it off. We're coming right back to you.
And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. Grinding away on the ground. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down.
This is exactly what they need to do here. Milk the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep this game clock running. And if it is, as a quarterback, I'm not snapping this ball on the next play until it's inside of 4 seconds on the play clock. That's how you manage this game.
Now with 1 second left in the play clock, they'll spend a timeout. They can no longer stop the clock with a timeout. Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. Looking for some space. It's Davison. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And the offense will just take a knee. And that will wrap up our coverage. Hope you enjoyed the game. For Joel Pratt and Holly Rowe, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. This is Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. It's the Texas Longhorns against the Oregon Ducks. Great to welcome in Ollie Roman reporting to the sidelines. Ollie?
Guys, it is a wild scene here down on the field. The head coach has told me pregame, he said these kind of matchups are always fun when he's going against a former Nick Saban assistant. As you know, they have a pretty famous text chain of guys who came up under coach. They have some similarities, but they have some differences. What I do know, it's always a good game when these guys match up. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Ollie. Good stuff. Championship at stake. Bringing it out. It's Hill. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. To throw. It's Moore. Pulls it in. It's Moore.
You know, for me, this is just too much cushion from this corner. He needs to at least be aggressive enough to be in there to try to break up this out route. He knows that it's a timing pass, but you can tell he's threatened by the speed of this wide receiver, and so he's more concerned with being beat deep.
Grab behind the line. It's Moore. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Johnson. He's ruled down after the catch, but it's enough for a first down. The Ducks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Here comes the pressure. He's going to take off here. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
A play like that can be so frustrating for a defense because, Chris, it's such a good play by the quarterback. He's able to get what he can get, create a more manageable down and distance, and he gets down and avoids the big hit. As a defense, you would at least love to get a big hit on him outside of the pocket, but they're unable to do so. Boy, I really love the rhythm that this offensive line is in. Staying out of third down, being able to run the football here. Nice job by the running back and the offensive line, moving the line of scrimmage and moving the chains. This offense is going to continue to build on this success. Now, after running the football in second, you can start to get to the play-action pass. I really love what they're doing here.
They bring it down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon. Fresh set of downs to the offense. First down.
Chris, give credit to this quarterback and this offense. They continue to be patient and just continue to make first downs and now get the ball across the 50. Clearly now in scoring range, and as a quarterback, you've got to think to yourself, no sacks. You can't take a negative play and knock yourself out of field goal range.
Dropping back. It's Moore. Finds an open target on the left side. Look out, he's got space ahead. Tackle is finally made down at the 11-yard line. The Ducks are in the red zone. They'll test the right side here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Excellent play by this defense, getting that tackle for loss and creating a second and long. And now from an offensive perspective, just get half of this back. This next snap is about creating third and manageable. It's not about moving the chains.
Grab down the middle. It's Moore. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back.
That's good execution by this wide receiver. As a quarterback, I would tell all those guys all the time, once you hook up in a curl, keep working back to the quarterback. The only way that that's going to be incomplete is if the wide receiver stops, and the defender can then close and bat the ball away.
It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Looking to the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He could not hang on for a touchdown. My goodness.
Oh, you got to make those plays, and in particular in the red zone, you've got an opportunity to extend the drive. Keep your offense on the field. That catch has to be made, and now this head coach has a decision to make. I think the emotional decision would be go for this, but he's in field goal range. Take the points. I would take the 3 right here.
Here comes the rush. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a 4th down stop. So, defense gets a stop. Offense turns it over on downs. A crucial stop for this defense, and we're seeing the offense regress. Not trying to field goal there.
Well, we know this coach is going to be aggressive, and this time it just doesn't pan out.
Got an opening here. After a solid run out of seam. Longhorns will hustle to the line here to win the area.
Well, when you're in a backed-up situation offensively, there's really one objective, and that is to create at least 1, maybe 2 first downs in order to reestablish field position. Well, now, objective achieved. Now you can get into this point where you're thinking about going down and scoring.
4-yard gain makes it 2nd down and 6 now. And there's the handoff. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back. It's Manning. Looking deep downfield to the left. And it's hauled in way downfield. Oh, he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Longhorns. Race Mike Curse in this national title bout. And for this offense, that possession was more likely. Maybe they flushed out some of the early nerves in this championship game. Really executed that time to jump on top.
I totally agree. That first series, it really didn't look like them. We've covered them all year long, in particular down this stretch run. And that first series really wasn't what they were all about. But this is the brand of football that we have seen over the last few weeks. It's efficient, it's physical, and in particular on the outside, these guys can go and get it. So beautiful drive right there and sticking it in the end zone, garnering that early momentum, huge for a national championship game.
Offense out there to start a new drive in the 21. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. So Texas has the lead as we break for the quarter. We've reached the end of 1 in this battle for the national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the 2nd period. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. From the shotgun, drops back. Hit as he released it. Missed his receiver. It's incomplete. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Cannot connect. Incomplete. And now 4th down.
I tell you, you got to play well on 3rd down. That's the money down for a quarterback. To be honest, Chris, I don't really care what a quarterback does on 1st.
Hold on, Joe. Looks like this offense is going to go for it on 4th down at their own end of the field. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Looking deep to the right side. Incomplete. A huge 4th down stand by this defense. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. The offense is set up with excellent field position. To throw, it's Manning. Makes the grab. It's Coleman. Has it back to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. Still no answer for this offense.
Well, this is exactly what you're trying to do, is take advantage of quality situations. And here they're set up with great field position. You walk on the field as a quarterback specifically, and you're telling your guys, we got to punch this in the end zone. That's exactly what they did.
And the PAT is good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hill. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. Remember, last time they looked for a fourth down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. What a catch! He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. The Ducks just looking to run some tempo here.
Man, seeing a passing game in rhythm is so fun to watch, and here this quarterback is clearly in rhythm, playing with a lot of confidence, and he gets this ball all the way down the field. It's a nice play by the wide receiver. It's just great execution all the way around. Well, it's another first down on this series, and they're doing a great job. This quarterback continues to see the defense really well and get the ball out on time. Now once you're in the scoring area, you just can't take a sack and don't force the ball down the field.
He'll take a deep shot here. Catch made down inside the 25. Tackle made after a big gain. Ball moves to the 21. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He lets it rip. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a first and goal. It's Moore. The pressure's on. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Finally, they're able to disrupt this passing game. This quarterback has been in rhythm. This offense has had a really good series. And you've got to do something. You've got to change up the look, change up the launch point. They're able to get pressure on the quarterback and finally get him down to the ground. And now, at least you've got a better chance to try to get off the field.
He escapes the pocket. Quick throw to his receiver. It's a bullet, but incomplete. Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Makes the grab, a chance to score. The defense will wrap him up after about a 6-yard gain. Not enough for the first. It's fourth down. The offense still on the field. Looks like they're going to go for it. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Looking to the end zone. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Brought down after the return, but a huge takeaway at this moment.
I always wonder, Chris, just how quickly these quarterbacks can forget about a mistake. And listen, they're going to happen. You're going to throw interceptions. But the great ones come back right away, and they play better because of them. We'll see how he reacts the rest of the game.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. That's real wind. It's Coleman. He's got open space. Tackle made at the 23 as they gain some important breathing room. New set of downs after that completion.
These wide receiver screens are like extended handoffs for the quarterback.
He's got space. Breaks into the clear. Goes out of bounds after a solid gain close to the 45.
That is a tremendous job on the left side of that offensive line. Look at those blocks on the edge. And then clearly once you get out there as a back, you need perimeter blocking. And these wide receivers showing some unselfish play blocking downfield.
Dropping back. It's Manning. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
You know, it's great if you hit these shots down the field early in the game, but they really serve two purposes. One, yes, you're trying to connect. But two, also keeping the defense honest. They cannot inch up near the line of scrimmage to stop the run. Now this should produce some level of openness for that run game. I would expect them to get back to that here in the next series or two. Try to pound that rock.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
It's something I love about this defense is their discipline. Let them stay in their rush lanes, get a nice stop.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Looking to scramble. Bought some time, now lets it go. And that pass is incomplete. No idea who he was trying to throw it to. After the second down incompletion, they'll have to convert here on third down and 8. He keeps it on the design run. Got the first down and still motoring. 15.
The defense has got to start committing more guys to stopping the run because on these quarterback runs, think about it, Chris, you're adding a hack as the offense, and that's why it's such an advantage. He's obviously got the athleticism to do so, and here he picks up a huge...
He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Great teams close the half well. That's exactly what we're seeing here, extending the lead going into halftime. The offense goes out there, executes, and puts it in the end zone. This team is running on all cylinders right now.
And the point after is right down the middle. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Bringing it out. It's Hill. Oh, solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Looking downfield, it's Moore. He'll take a deep shot. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. He could go. Touchdown, Texas. The defense comes up.